In the kingdom of Etiquetia, the leaves were turning golden, and the air was filled with the scent of cinnamon and apples. It was autumn, and that meant one thing. The Great Pumpkin Festival was just around the corner. Princess Riley and Princess Harper could hardly wait for the festival, where the kingdom's biggest pumpkins would be displayed, and everyone would carve their own jack-o'-lanterns.
One afternoon, as Riley and Harper were helping decorate the palace for the festival, the Queen called them over. "There's a special surprise this year," she said, smiling. "The royal pumpkin patch has grown a giant pumpkin, but it's hidden deep in the enchanted forest. If you find it, you can use it to carve the biggest jack-o'-lantern in the kingdom."
Riley's eyes widened with excitement. "A pumpkin quest," she exclaimed.
Harper clapped her hands. "Let's go find the giant pumpkin."
With Sir Hoppington as their guide, Riley and Harper set off into the enchanted forest. The trees were tall and full of colorful leaves that crunched beneath their feet. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they passed by sparkling streams and talking squirrels, all while keeping an eye out for the special pumpkin. After walking for a while, they came across a fork in the path. One path was covered in soft moss, while the other was littered with thorny bushes.
"Which way should we go?" Harper asked.
Riley looked at Sir Hoppington, who twitched his whiskers thoughtfully.
"Sometimes the easiest path is not always the right one," he said wisely.
Riley nodded and decided to take the thorny path.
"Let's go this way," she said.
As they carefully made their way through the thorny bushes, they suddenly stumbled upon a hidden clearing. In the middle of the clearing was the biggest pumpkin they had ever seen. It was so large that it shimmered in the afternoon light.
"We found it."
Harper cheered. The girls ran toward the pumpkin, feeling proud of their discovery. Just as Riley and Harper were about to celebrate, they realized there was a problem. The pumpkin was much too big to move.
"How are we going to get it back to the palace?"
Riley wondered, scratching her head. Harper frowned.
"It's too heavy."
"It looks like you'll need a little help to move it."
Sir Hoppington chuckled. Riley thought for a moment.
"We could ask the forest animals for help,"
she said. Harper nodded excitedly. They called out to the talking squirrels, the strong deer, and the helpful owls. Together, with the help of their new animal friends, they carefully rolled the giant pumpkin onto a sturdy cart that Sir Hoppington had found nearby. With the animals pushing and pulling the cart, Riley, Harper, and Sir Hoppington made their way back through the enchanted forest. It was hard work, but everyone worked together and cheered each other on.
"Teamwork makes everything easier,"
Riley said with a smile. Harper clapped her hands.
"We're doing it."
Back at the palace, the royal gardeners helped carve the giant pumpkin into the most magnificent jack-o'-lantern the kingdom had ever seen. It had a big, friendly smile and glowing eyes that lit up the entire courtyard. At the Great Pumpkin Festival, the villagers marveled at the enormous creation. As the festival came to life with music, treats, and laughter, Riley, Harper, and Sir Hoppington stood proudly beside their giant jack-o'-lantern.
"I learned something today,"
Riley said, looking at her sister.
"Sometimes the path to something great isn't easy, but with teamwork and a little patience, we can do anything."
Harper hugged Riley and nodded.
"And it's always more fun when we do it together."
With the lantern glowing brightly and the festival in full swing, the two princesses knew they'd made a memory they'd cherish forever. One filled with pumpkins, teamwork, and a little bit of magic. The end.